Welcome to the Real CP Show. I am your host, CP. And today's topic is hilarious, but it's not hilarious, right? When you truly just look at the most nonsensical bat dung nosterness, right? In this type of situation, I'm going to show you this little tether fleer that has a nerve to talk about Black Americans, but themselves, they fled from the ancient continent of Africa, and she leaves or left her tribalismness and brought that still tribalism mentality over, right? And hateful for Black Americanism, but she can't fix her own problems in her tribalism that she fled from. You see how the game goes. But let's go ahead and sorry. So today's topic is this particular fleer from whichever Nigerian tribe he fled from, went well to Thailand and did his little scamming. How many do the same scamming things over there? But this is what Black Americans are supposed to be jealous of. Right. All right. So let's go ahead and share my screen on this real quick show. I'll make sure here. All right. I'm utilizing this under fair usage doctrine. Today is May the 25th, 2026.
A suspected romance scammer was just ambushed by police right at a Bangkok ATM. Officers caught him mid-withdrawal with a bag full of bank cards under different names. A raid on his room uncovered dozens of phones used to trick victims out of their savings. Now, police are hunting down his Thai wife, who is linked to over 20 criminal cases.
Now, let me first relay this. This is not the minimization. See the last part, they said he had a Thai wife that was involved in this. We're not going to minimize that part. However, the gigantic blame I'm putting upon is this fleer from whichever Nigerian tribe he fled from, because he couldn't stop any kind of tribalism or corruption. I'll put a gigantic amount of responsibility on him because he fled. His Thai wife didn't flee to his tribalism situations, right? See how that goes. But again, Black Americans are told they supposed to be jealous of these type of tethering people that flee to America as well. Right. You know what many of them are good for when it comes down to anything truly? It's this right here. When things start happening truly, they're like this. That's what they do to their own tribes. You understand? But again, this is what Black Americans are supposed to be jealous of. You said, what do you mean by that? Let me sit there and share my screen. Let me show you this other tether who tether herself and cosplays, however, Black Americans in some kind of pseudo way, but she couldn't fix her own tribalism problem that she fled from. This is the normal self-natural behavior of these Kanakanas of battlenothness, a mentality type of tether fleers, right? Because Black Americans don't flee like that, and they are jealous of that. So let me go ahead and share my screen on this. Show you what I'm talking about. I did a podcast on this little tetherness right here on this. I did a tetherness on, I did some podcasts on this tether fleer with her anti-Black American tetherness. And she had a screeching, this voice. Because one of the videos I showed where she was talking about Trump. These people are extremely dangerous to their own tribes. They're extremely dangerous in their mentality toward Black Americans because they will stab you behind your back so fast and then say, I didn't do anything.
True Black Africans and African Americans do not claim Black Americans. We are not the same. African tends to focus on progress, family values, and community upliftment, Rather than dwelling on historical grievances, they prioritize education and hard work. They don't live life blaming the white man for all their failures.
You see, look at her. You look at this nasty, knockiness, defecation of Bacchus, right? Yuck. And she has a nerve to talk about Black Americans that she fled from her section out of Nigeria or whatever similar places, from her tribalism situation, corruption, and has a nerve. But see, they are used to Black Americans not checkmating these little knockiness of nasty knock-sockiness, mosquito dungness of mentality type of fleers. And what's a true African American? She would be considered African American. Do you see the game? This is why it is essential that more people within Black Americanism start using Black Americanism. You understand? Overall, right? Ain't you talking about true African Americans don't claim Black Americans? I mean, true African Americans do not claim Black Americans. You dumb idiot. But this is that's why you don't argue with these little feeble-minded, snow-capped, nonsensical, mountain-bellied, duck nonsensical mentality type inhuman cretins that are tethers and they hate Black Americans. Right? On that. But I just want to sit there and show you the contradiction, as many of them are, because she will be very quiet, right, on that situation with this particular romance scammer. And she definitely will be quiet on things like this, like that other romance tether fleer, ATM scammer. Oh, they won't say anything about stuff like this, right? Do you understand the nerve of these people? Because again, they are used to doing this. Exit station left. Thank you for tuning in to the Real CP show.